Now, let's deal with some reality. How could God go about stopping, let's say, emphysema and lung cancer? My uncle died of emphysema. You choke to death, basically. You can't breathe. It was hideous. But how would God go about stopping the smoker? Every time it gets ready to light up, an invisible hand would come out and knock a cigarette out of the mouth. And if something, it's going again, it's going again. We don't want that, do we? If you're a smoker and you're wanting to smoke, you want to smoke. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You want to smoke. And you don't want someone taking away your freedom to do so. But I'm asking a question, how would God go about stopping emphysema and lung cancer? He could tell us, don't smoke. Everybody knows that. It's on the pack of cigarettes. But how would he prevent you from lighting up? How would God stop the AIDS virus? I'm convinced if our society kept the 7th commandment, thou shalt not commit adultery, in 2 years, all STDs would be wiped out. You wouldn't have, and including the AIDS virus. Just 2 years of everybody keeping the 7th commandment, don't commit adultery. The law of God, it works. I mean, that's the point. And that's what it's there to make your life work. It's not an arbitrary, God is not giving us arbitrary, just going about flippantly giving us law. Well, God could have just said, go ahead and commit adultery, as easy as he said, don't commit adultery. No, it's not the way it works. Whatever these things that we have inside of us can be transmitted back and forth between husband and wife, and nothing happens. But if you start transmitting these things back and forth between this partner, this person, that one, back and forth, back, multiple partners, something goes wrong. And, STDs occur, sexual transmitted diseases occurs. God's law is for your own good. So how would God stop, the gay community from, let's say, oral and anal sex and multiple partners? How would God prevent that? Maybe an invisible chastity belt. And it's gross to even think about. I was at one of these dungeon things at Myrtle Beach one time, and they actually had one of those things that I guess back then a woman would wear, and a chastity belt. It was plumb scary looking. You don't want to know what happens. I mean, but my question is, how would God stop this? And do we want God intervening in our lives, keeping us from doing the things that we want to do? How would God go about stopping dysfunctional family systems? Two couples in the heat of, a couple in the heat of passion, they bring a child into the world who is not loved, not wanted, not appreciated. The child is reared by grandparents that don't really have any morals themselves, don't really know right from wrong, and don't teach properly, and don't want the child anyway. The child grows up and, he goes through puberty, and then as soon as he goes through puberty, he has sex with a close relative. And out of that union is a retarded, handicapped little girl comes into the world. Did God do that?